Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome back to another awesome episode of Gothically Yours, Professor M. I'm Professor M. In this very special episode, I've been asked to do something very special. I was tagged to do an Ungoth confession video. Now, I have said this before that I was never, ever going to do this. I guess there's an old saying, never say never. Well, now I'm going to share with you 10 very ungoth things about myself. Are you ready to confess everything to them, Cedric? Join us. I just love tea. Isn't it fantastic? Now, stay to the very end of this video because I will be giving a shout out to individuals who talk to me and write me comments all the time, and I read all the comments, and there's a 99.99% chance that I will write you back or leave a comment. And I have quite a list today, so I will leave that at the very end. Well, today we're going to be talking about Ungoth confessions today. So on my list over here, de jour, I'm going to share with you something about myself that is very Ungoth. Number one for Professor M's Ungoth confessions is, I don't really particularly like horror movies. Actually, in fact, I don't like them at all. Unlike my mother, who now just turned 74, she can't get enough of them. How ungoth me. Interesting for me enough to say that. Isn't that true, Cedric? Where's your friend David? He's never around when I need him. Number two on Professor M's Ungoth confessions is, I don't drink red wine. Amazingly, I've met so many goths that do. It's like some type of thing that they magnetically attract themselves to a bottle of red wine. Well, if I was drinking wine, it would be white. However, I'm not particularly a person that would choose wine to go to, but if you were to offer me some hard liquors, I would gravitate towards vodka. Now, however, I have not been a great participant in the world of drinking. So, therefore, if it's put in front of me and I have brothers and sisters around me and it's a social event, well, let's have fun. Absinthe, well, that's a very gothic drink. Just ask Edgar Allan Poe and Oscar Wilde, who actually drank it. Who was the other one? There was a little tiny guy at Paris. He was a painter. Toulouse-Lautrec. I guess they all were, at the time of the Moulin Rouge, they were all drinking it because of the, the qualities of the drink. It is made with wormwood. It's a bitter herb. And yes, I have partaken in wormwood before. Number three on my gothic confessions list over here, and you're just dying to know it. The first concert I ever went to was the Eurythmics. Yes, in Springfield, Massachusetts, I saw Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart in, I think it was 1986 or 1987. I think it was 1986. I had gone to see them. It was during their Revenge tour. It was a very, very, very low turnout. And even the newspaper said it was very disappointing that they had so few people. I'm also going to do something else that's very ungoth confession. I'm going to tell you about the first record I ever bought. The first actually was not a large LP record or vinyl record. It was one of those teeny tiny ones, I guess they're called 33s, where you had to have a plastic thingy that went inside of it, an inserter. They said, oh, if you know what this is, you're of a certain age. I was like, yeah, I know what that is. But the first album I ever purchased was One Night in Bangkok by Murray Head, and I purchased it at Kmart, which is now a defunct company. It's gone out of business. Did you ever shop at Kmart? If you did, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know what you bought. But yeah, that was my first thing. My first concert was the Eurythmics Revenge Tour, and my first album was by Murray Head, One Night in Bangkok. I loved it. I bought that with my birthday money. Delicious. Number 4 on my list of Ungoth Confessions. I love watching HGTV. It's home and garden. I'm all about interior decorating, but even more so, I love gardening. I love plants, flowers, trees, shrubs. I know the names in not only common but in Latin. And if you want to talk the world of herbology with me, I am your man. Plant, anything to do with the plant world. I can tell you the Latin root word of it, the use of the plant, what continent it comes from. I should have been into, how you say, horticultural etymology, studying plants and their beginning and origins, but I actually deviated into the world of design. Therefore, my love of botanical illustration had grown from there. I love HGTV. If you ever watch HGTV, it's on cable. They always show these homes and garden stuff. It's not as good as it was during the 90s and stuff, but I really love watching HGTV. Number 5 on my Ungoth Confessions. I love gray sweatshirts, gray sweatpants, slumming it clothes. And I also love Lycra and spandex. I have an absolute love for spandex, running tights, spandex compression shirts. I love compression gear and spandex. So if you want to buy me a gift, well, hey, there's 2 great options for you. Sweatshirts should be gray. I have a whole stack of these. I have a whole stack of gray sweatshirts and gray sweatpants. Also, I have a huge collection of compression and lycra gear, just to let you know that. Yes, it's primarily in black. Oh my gosh. Number 6 on my confession of very ungoth things. I am not a particular fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas. I said it. I do know the first little section would go, "This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night." The song is so cute. The animation is cute. Tim Burton and the crew did a magnificent job, and they made something that is magnificently a classic. However, I do not have all this Jack Skellington stuff in my house. I know other goths that do, but I don't. I've seen whole entire Christmas trees done up. I'm not a Nightmare Before Christmas fan. And I'd also like to say that I've been told by a cousin who has a very gothic background also, that at Disney World in Florida, they do the Nightmare Before Christmas theme sandwiched over the Haunted Mansion. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's overkill, and I don't want to have Nightmare Before Christmas being overlaid on top of what I really wanted to see. Because if you're going to go to Disneyland or Disney World, why not just go and see, why do we have to have all this, fusion of stuff? Just go and be a purist and a naturalist. I want to go see the Haunted Mansion in all its glory, not be smothered with, Jack Skellington and all this extra stuff. Anyways, next on my list of gothically ungothic things and ungothic confessions. My favorite movie of all time is Blade Runner by 2017. 2019. It is my all-time favorite movie. Now, a lot of people say, well, why is that Ungoth? Well, it is a very dark movie, and Harrison does an awesome job in it. And the thing is that there's a bit of gore here and there, and it actually was the pinnacle movie that was a part of the cyberpunk movement, which spawned all kinds of other stuff. But I want to take you down one more level to something that's even more on goth. I love Blade Runner. I've seen both of them, the other one with Gosling in it. But something really great, one of my other favorite movies ever. Golly, do I... It was made back in the 70s. It's called Logan's Run. And it's not goth at all. It's about the future. But because of Logan's Run and its intention and all of its information, it actually compelled itself into becoming Blade Runner, to creating an off dystopian world. Believe it or not, do your homework, check it out. If you've seen Logan's Run, tell me. I would love to hear from you. If you have seen Blade Runner, whether you've seen 2019 or 2049, please let me know in a comment down below. I would love to talk with you. Number, what's this, 8 on my list? 8 on my list. I have seen all 8 Harry Potter movies back to back. I am a Harry Potter-nite. I can tell you also that I am from the house of Ravenclaw, and so is my daughter. We both took the quiz, and we have matched perfectly. I surprised I wasn't in Slytherin. I even traveled to London to go to the Warner Brothers Studios to see the Harry Potter exhibition out there, and I was stunned. I thought, honestly, I was going to walk into this thing, and it was going to be like 25 minutes, make a circle, okay, that's it, and get out. We were in there nearly 5 hours. That's how fantastic it is. If you love Harry Potter, if you like anything to do with Harry Potter, go to London and go see the Warner Brothers Harry Potter experience. It is fantastic. And if you have anything or any questions about Harry Potter, I can probably answer them for you. How ungoth is that? Oh, while I got it, wouldn't you say the most goth character is probably Bellatrix Lestrange? Just to let you know. Give me your comment down below. Coming in at number 9. When I was about 9 years old, I approached my parents and I told them that I wanted to be a dancer in the future. I was scoffed at. How dare I even think of wanting to be a dancer? I even took it a level more than that in saying that I had a profound love for the dance form ballet. Well, that all fell through. However, though I was never involved in any dance classes, I loved being on a dance floor and freestyle dancing. I was also a member of the Ohio ballroom dancing competitive team at Ohio State University, though I did not attend Ohio State University as a full student, only through extended education, but I was on their ballroom dancing competitive team when I was in my 20s. I also worked as a first-time job out of university as a designer, where at the 15th largest ballet studio in the United States. Believe it or not, I designed ballet costumes for a ballet studio in the United States. I did Dracula, I did Romeo and Juliet, I did, oh my gosh, trying to think of all the other performances we did, but it was one of the lowest paying jobs I ever had. However, it was wonderful to work in that environment. I learned to design stuff, and I knew how to use a sewing machine. So I was hired like that. And yeah, that was one of my first jobs out of college, working as a designer for a ballet studio. So I did that for a full year and loved it before I moved on. Number 10 on my Ungoth Confessions. This one might blow you away. Do you know who this is? Take a good look. It's me. Yes, I'm a semi-amateur pro bodybuilder. I have been doing it for over a decade. It's all under here, darling. You should see me. I do flex my pecs. I can make my pecs dance. I got beautiful biceps here. You may have noticed, you go back and look at some of my other videos where I'm taking my shirt on and off. I often flex my biceps. Yes, exactly. I have won, I placed 14 times in 16 shows. I was doing 4 shows a year. My lowest body fat was 4.3%. I had won first place at a WBC show and a host of other things. But how ungoth is that? I think myself to be the buffest goth out there. If you are into bodybuilding, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'm goth enough for you? Now coming to the very end of my video. This is a certain shout out to some brothers and sisters who write me every time, all the time. Leave me their comments, questions, and other awesome things below. I hope you liked my list of ungoth things. I want to hear yours. But this is a shout out to individuals. I'm going to start off with someone very special who I believe truly, honestly, has seen all 49 of my videos. This is a shout out to Anton the Vampire, who has commented on nearly every single one of my videos. Anton, I thank you so much. And you've been a wonderful, connection to many things. So I've enjoyed all of your comments. Keep coming, brother. A shout out to Moonflower Fairy, Miss Lizzie, Halloween Nerd, Lynn, Blanchos Celiandro, Samuel Penn, Move Nike Sokoyo, Robin B, Punk Diva, my sister back in New England, Sanaz, E.B, Dodo Bird Time, Janie Brossman, Egg Day, Beaker, Epic Slay, Laura Cortez, The Dark Jelly Bean. Now, I gotta stop right there because The Dark Jelly Bean, I went down and looked at all of her videos, and she has also inspired me to do another video about sharing about who I am, what I do, and a little bit about myself in a future video. If you want to know a little bit more about who I am, thank Jelly Bean for inspiring me to make that future video. The Health Anarchist, Wilted Leaves, Negrito, Devastasia, Odo the Doll, Lena LRY, Mark Tabet, King Royal Blue, Joel R. Gonzalez, if I said that correctly, Julian's, Michael McNamee, Luis Cortez 77, Greg Harris, Ultra War, and finally Opus Ambraxis. Thank you, brothers and sisters, with love and kindness. I thank you so much for your comments and everything you share with me. Did you enjoy this tagging? I mean, I said I would never do this in my entire life. Why would I share that? Why would we share that? I didn't even drink my tea, darling. But I will right after this video. Anyways, I wanted to send my best to everybody. Spring is now coming. Please enjoy everything. Signing off. Gothically yours, Professor M.